Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Eid Mubarak to everyone. Um, Before you get started in your partying and celebrating, I wanted to let you all in on a secret that makes this Eid very different from the last one. So let's get started. So you may have heard about these commonly known differences between Eid al-Fitr, the one after Ramadan, and Eid al-Adha, the one in Dhul Hijjah. Eid al-Fitr is after 30 days of fasting. Eid al-Adha is after 9 days of fasting, especially yesterday, that last one, which was Arafah, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives 2 years of sins for you. Another difference you might have heard is, Eid al-Fitr is 3 days long, Eid al-Adha is 4 days long, but those are not the differences that I want to talk about today. There is one more huge difference that you all need to know about, and it has something to do with blessed days. So that's just what I call them, but basically days where your hasanat get multiplied by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala way more than the other days of the year. For example, in Shahr Ramadan, then your any hasana you do, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala multiplies it 700 times. Now, Prophet Muhammad said that in the days of the Hijjah, in these 10 days, then any good deed done right now is worth more than that good deed done at any other time of the year, which includes Shahr Ramadan. That means that your good deeds are multiplied even more than 700 times in these first 10 days of the Hijjah, inshallah. Now, when it comes to Eid al-Fitr, the last Eid, then first there are 30 or 29 or 30 blessed days, okay? Whichever one it is. And then after the blessed days are over, then you have the day of Eid, okay? But when it comes to Eid al-Adha, this Eid, then the situation is different. Because guess what? Eid actually comes during the blessed days. Eid, at least the first day of Eid, is not the day after the blessed days are over. It's actually the last one of those blessed days. And that is the huge difference that I wanted to tell you all about. Because it means we still have time to grab some of those bonus good deeds, inshallah, with the multiplier. So, if you remember in the last Eid after Ramadan, then there is happiness of, the celebration, but then there's also some sadness that, oh man, that special, multiplied hasanat thing is over now. And so like if you really love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then, you're going to try to continue those, extra Ramadan good deeds even afterwards. But if you're one of those people who are just in it for the money, good deeds, then, and you're just trying to get that 700 times bonus, then you're probably not going to continue those good deeds on Eid because, now it's over. Like now I have to work 700 times harder to get the same bonus, right? And so you probably are going to lose motivation to do extra stuff on Eid itself. But guess what? Even if you are one of those people, inshallah not, inshallah you're doing it, out of your love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But this Eid offers an opportunity even for those people, subhanAllah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so merciful, that the multiplier is extended to include this first Eid day. And so, if you are doing any extra good deeds that you intended just for this special blessed period of the 10 days of Dhul Hijjah, today is the 10th day of Dhul Hijjah. Yes, Eid is one of those 10 days. And so, inshallah, you can still do good deeds today that are worth more than the good deeds done in the rest of the year. So, if you're like me, then on Arafah day, the best of the 10 days, which was yesterday, you probably made this long to-do list of good deeds, like, really special, out-of-the-way good deeds that you wanted to do on that best day of the whole year. And maybe you didn't finish every single one of them. Today is the day to go and finish those gaps that you didn't finish. And if you were having any routine in these 10 days, let's say you were watching an Islamic show every day or making an Islamic show every day, then watch or make the next episode today because it's still those 10 days. If you were giving some kind of, daily charity, then today include it too, because it's just as important as those other days. And if you were one of those people who said, okay, in these 10 days I'm going to stay up after Fajr until sunrise, and then pray the sunrise salah and get the hasanat inshallah of Hajj and Umrah, then do that today too, because you still have time inshallah. And lastly, if you were one of those people whose good deeds are being held back from being recorded because you have a grudge with someone, or you have a bad relationship with one of your family members, you can still fix that inshallah, and get your good deeds recorded before these 10 special days are over, right? And so I really want to urge you all to not be like those people who forget about their relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the moment Eid comes, especially on this Eid when the blessed days haven't even ended yet. Like, don't just rush to that, appreciate Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, focus on worship even today, and then even when these days are over, inshallah, of course, out of your love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, out of your thankfulness to Him, then continue as much as you can. And finally, a lot of times then, oh my gosh, on like the day of Arafah, or even in the middle of the 10 days of Dhul Hijjah, then these really good Islamic shows come out that teach you these new good habits or good deeds to do. And you're like, I wish I knew that earlier. Like, for example, if you watched, a show yesterday that talked about a really good deed you could do, and now you're like, oh man, I didn't even get a whole day to do it. Guess what? You still have the whole of today, inshallah. And so, if you were feeling like, oh man, I was late, then don't worry. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving you another day, inshallah. So yeah, if there was something that you wanted to start doing in the 10 days that you didn't start doing, you can still start doing it today, inshallah. Late is better than never, right? So my message to you all this Eid, inshallah, is that we have one last blessed day left. So make it count, inshallah. Do whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you the power to do, to show Him, to prove to Him that you are serious, that if you said you wished you knew something earlier, then now you still have time. Are you actually going to do it, inshallah? This could be our last Dhul Hijjah. I don't know, with all the wars going on in the world, we don't know if we'll see another Dhul Hijjah, God forbid. And so, whatever the case, try to make this one, the best one that you've ever done in your life, inshallah, and, save the best for last. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.